There we go. That's stupid. Alright. I didn't I certainly don't remember ever changing uh, my we my bitrate ever, but okay. Apparently I did at some point, so good for me. So now that we're up and running on all platforms, all systems go, this is Volta-X. It's a game. It's like if Dragon Quest Rocket Slime on the DS, which is a game where you play as a cute, adorable blue slime that goes into giant castle tanks and blows up other giant castle tanks because it's cool, duh. Um, if that and XCOM's base management system had a weird baby, a weird, cool baby. Um, Speaking of which, oh cool, I can't actually navigate with my arrows anymore. There we go. That's weird. Um, let's see. So in my base, I've got a lot of management shenanigans. You have to have barracks rooms for everybody. You get multiple crew members as you play the game. They can all be put into your robot. You have to have a kitchen for food. You have to have workshop to do research. You have to have, or to upgrade weapons and components. You have to have research things that do research things for different sciencey stuff. You need to have entertainment. You need to have relaxation. You need to have air, power, and water. All these things. So you have to maintain a fine balance. Right now I have a safe amount of water, power, and air, which is good. Check superhero time. What am I checking in superhero time? That is a car. What am I looking at? Oh, the door pulling scene. It is truly wonderful. Oh, 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 that got me. That got me good. One more once. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, so to explain the in-joke that I won't be able to reveal to the people on the stream, because I don't know how to hook up Discord so it would actually see that. Um, so just recently, the latest season of Kamen Rider, Masked Rider, called Kamen Rider 01, just ended. Um, and why did I press that button? That was really dumb. I hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. And as sort of a not quite post credits, but as like one of the wrap up scenes, one of the only characters that got any substantial development, and was awesome, but is also kind of a second string character, but was great. Walks up to a car that's like crashed into a pole or something, and there's a woman stuck in it. And he walks over and he's like, "Yo, what up?" And she's like, "Help?" And he's like, "I'm gonna just punch a hole in this window and rip the car door off." So and this is explaining the joke, which you're never supposed to do, but we're doing anyway. Um, so he, in this little clip that Echo just sent me, he punches the window and it immediately turns into the opening theme song sequence of Kamen Rider Ryuki, which is a series in which people zap into mirrors for reasons. And it was funny. It's funny. You had to be there, and that's okay. All right, my drones are upgrading. This is good. So the way you actually do progress on your research is just by having people assigned to do the research and then just like doing giant robot fights. So to do that, oh, let me double check. Sometimes the menu buttons are a little dodgy. Um, I don't know what interface they were going for sometimes, but they definitely did it. They did things. That I don't need to worry about. This was this. 2 more league battles with him in the crew. Okay, I have to make sure he's in the crew. I need to be in Silver League. Silver League in this game is where shit gets real. I played a bit of a closed-ish beta. Here's plot. So the talking tiger over here is my selected cute little tiger avatar named Saramina now. This is her adopted father on the left. Well, sort of, because her parents died. But they were Volta pilots, and she now is a Volta pilot. She's in the league. Russell's being kind of a dick, because he just kind of, like, is trying to keep her out of the whole Volta thing for mysterious and dark reasons that we're not quite privy to yet. But have something to do with kaiju, giant monsters that have started popping up around Madagascar. What does he have to say now? There's no way you could have missed our stunning victories. Those fake battles prove nothing. Fake? Excuse me? People around the world watch those battles. Yeah, it's a sport. It proves nothing of your real resolve, your real capabilities. I could do this in like a David Hayter voice, but I don't feel like sounding like a centuries-long chain smoker. Oh, David Hayter, what did they do to you? Now may be the best time for that discussion, Ward. He's a doggy, I think. I don't know. What's going on, Connell? They're here. Huh? Who's here? The kaiju. The what? What are you doing here then? Up into your Volta. Go beat up some monsters. Yeah. But I need backup. So what's kind of been low-key going on is they're using the Volta Federation fights. Federated Volta, whatever it is, World Volta Association, WVA, which is this broadcast fight thing. So some background plot is that some odd years ago, kaiju showed up on Earth, and Dr. Volta was the only mad genius capable of warding them off by building giant robots to beat them up, because logic. It runs on like 70s super robot anime logic, and it is truly a beautiful thing. Giant robots are built, they beat up the kaiju disappear. Jump forward like 50 years or something, or some odd amount of time. And now there's basically Volta Fighting Association, to kind of like G Gundam, where you've got these basically giant war robots that have to duke it out in gladiatorial combat. However, giant monsters are returning, and that's no good. Also, possibly alien invasions, though they have been being real quiet on that. Very funny. I told you these kids aren't strong enough. Oh yeah? You sure about that, Russell? Whatever these kaiju things are, we are strong enough to fight them. And we're about to prove it to you. Whenever you're ready, Connell, we've got your back. They haven't given me a kaiju fight yet, so this is going to be different. Oops. You know, if you wanted to keep the kids safe, Ward, you never should have let her learn how to pilot a Volta in the first place. This is also true. Ellipsis. So, apparently they want me to fight it. Oh, that thing looks adorable. I have to actually check what my loadout is right now, because I do need to get... So, the game has a bunch of, like, gates in place that sort of slow up your progress in certain areas. One of those is your crew only gain experience to level up if they're in a Volta when it's being used. Otherwise, they don't. Like, so half my team, 3 people, will gain experience if I've got them equipped. I definitely have to do some customization real quick. Because I can't use the Raiden. I started with it on this one because I thought it would be cool to have, like, 3 giant honkin' body slots. But every time I play as the Brocken, how do I get the Brocken? Every time I play as the Brocken, I put in work, because the Brocken is dope. I love the Brocken. It's this giant German tentacled robot that I put drill arms on. And it just puts in work all day, every day. It doesn't care about your feelings. It's gonna punch you in the face. And also electrocute you sometimes. So you've got a bunch of different component... I'm gonna actually switch back to the Raiden to show off component variety. That's a good idea. So you've got a lot of different component variety. You have shoulder weapons. So drill rockets, force fields, usually they're ranged weapons or defensive options. Drill rockets, shoot a drill rocket. Force fields, make a force field that will block one ranged weapon hit. Heat ray will shoot a dinky laser beam that lights a room on an enemy Volta on fire, which is very useful, because that hurts the crew and also does damage to the component. Light cannon, which is your bog standard, it shoots. Missile launcher, which is your bog standard, it shoots 3 things at once, but not for very much damage. Radar, which you use to see what enemies are where, or what crew members are where inside of a enemy Volta. And then drone launcher, which makes little drones that hover around you. I'm a drone fan. They kind of will sit up there and they will shoot infrequently at a component that you tell. I think, what is it? Here we go. Deploys flying drones that continuously hit a target room. So you click the button, you click on the room you want it to shoot, it shoots at the room. Once the room's destroyed, the drones target the next weakest room. So what I'll do sometimes is, if it's early on and there's a component on an enemy that absolutely needs to die, I will target that component, and then any subsequent drones I'll have target like the cockpit area, which tends to have a ton of armor, but if it goes down, the entire bot goes down. You win the fight. So I'm going to show off a regular-ish fight. Oh, I just did like a third of the actual description that I needed to do. For body mounts, you have these usually wind up being either utility or some other kind of ranged weapon mount. Right now I have sprinklers, which put out any fires automatically. Missile launcher, which acts just like the shoulder missiles. It's exactly the same, except it's mounted on your torso. Electric beam, which will shock a room, which will stun any crew members in it and do some damage to them, and keep that weapon from firing for a while. Medical bay, which you can put crew members into so that they'll heal. Cannon, which is a bog standard shooty, and one of my favorites, which is the generator, which speeds up your or reduces your cooldown for weapons. That'll make sense in a minute. You also have arm weapon mounts. There's a variety there. You've got, mostly it's melee weapons, so you go and you smash things, but a few ranged. This is also where some of the real variety starts coming in terms of utility weapons. So heat ray works just like that little dinky laser on the shoulder, except it's on your arm. Fist punch is your bog standard, hits quickly, but doesn't do much damage, Shield, which any enemy attacks that are coming at you will hit the shield first. And the shield also has a high armor value, which means less damage is taken. So if someone, say, punched the shield with a fist punch, instead of doing like 12 damage, it'd do like 8 or something, but it would only do that to the shield. So you can do some real interesting builds using shields and keep the shields repaired with a crew member repairing it. Tomahawk is a stronger melee attack. Typically melee attacks cannot target flying objects. That includes drones. That also includes 1 or 2 Voltas that I have not unlocked. The electric bolt works just like that shock thing, electric gun in the torso. It stuns and it does damage to crew members, not so much to the robot. The drill tends to do a good job of doing heavy damage. It's slower than just punching. It also ignores armor. Rocket punch is a punch that can hit aerial objects. That's basically it. So it's useful. It's more utilitarian. And then the pile bunker, which does very little robot damage, but massive damage to crew members. So you use this if you want to just take out crew members inside a robot. And you're like, oh, heck with this playing nice. Heck with blowing up components. Let's kill the crew members, and that'll also net you a win. There are 3 crew members. If you can take them all out, you win. If you can take out the core, you win. Other than that, it's all about score. And score is awarded based on component damage. Each component destroyed is worth 1 point. Each crew member is worth 2. Killing the cockpit is, or the core, whatever, is worth 50 points, 50. So you can win pretty easily by taking out components, but you won't get a high score. And if they wind up taking out like 2 crew members and you're only able to take out like 2 parts, the enemy will win. Even if the 2 parts you took out are the only ones that do any damage, they'll still win. Ideally, you want to go for the core kill, but that can be hard because then the enemy's attacking you the whole time. For me, combat flow is usually, once the match starts, what component does this thing have that I absolutely can't deal with? Or will cause me a lot of misery, and I blow it up first, and then move on from there. That has been a lot of my combat flow. So if the enemy has a generator in its torso, I'm taking that out because it speeds up. It almost cuts in half, I think, the time, or a third the time that weapons take to recharge. So you can slow down their offense very abruptly if you kill their generator. Drones. I take out drones very quickly because drones start off as a total non-threat, and then as soon as there are 4, which is the maximum you can have out at once, they are a huge problem because they're doing like 8 or more damage per hit, and there's 4 of them doing 1, 2, 3, 4 to a given component every however many seconds. So that adds up fast. They take a while to get going and up and running, but man, they're great. They're really good. So without further ado, I'm going to do 1 league battle. Let me customize and change my crew real quick on my Brocken. Here we go. This is the menu. Who do I want in here? I'm going to swap Benjamin out for Sheldon because I need to do 2 league wins with Sheldon. Different crew members have different specialties. I will get into that later. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do a quick league battle against the AI so people can see what combat looks like, and then I'm probably going to fight a kaiju, which will be an interesting experience. I haven't played this in weeks, so this is going to be a bit rough, and this is where the game starts getting harder. As you've probably noticed, the soundtrack is absolutely monstrously good. What do we got? We got heat rays. We'll see if it's got a generator. So you have to shift your pilots around to different locations. Okay, they're attacking my core. That can take a hit. What do we got? We got heat weapons. I don't want those. So we're taking that out. get a lot less experience for losing. You do not want to do that. You want to win. Also, it doesn't make you get you any headway on missions, so I have to do that again. And you get piddling credits as well. You don't get much credits for winning either. You only get like 15, so you get like half that. Less, well, a little more than half. So we're gonna try that again and hopefully not fuck it up or get interrupted. One of the two. I'm trying to multitask. Apparently, it sucks. I see a heat ray. Heat rays are annoying. I see drones. Drones go down first. I see a pile bunker. Pile bunkers are very, 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 very bad. You need to be extremely cautious about pile bunkers. One of the other things I like about the Brocken is all its components are basically, or rooms are basically all just one movement, or no more than 2 movements away. So you can, it's just a cannon, that'll be fine. I'm taking out the pile bunk. I want to take out the drones first. Shit. I'm taking out the pile bunker first. That should be enough to I think those are missiles. Those are no big deal. Take out drones next. Oh my gosh, move please. So that stuns them. It's good. Somewhere else. Take out the drone. Now they can't drone me to death. I do have to worry about the heat ray. So take out the heat ray. Now I'm gonna start gunning for the cockpit and see if I can get a cockpit kill. I believe this game also released on the Switch, and I have absolutely no idea how it's playable on there. There we go. It's so easy when you can actually play the game. So 53 points to their 1, because they took out an arm. Yo, okay. Oh, I should check my headphones if I have finished research there. These are resources used. Ooh, and a paint scheme. Let me check that out. Resources used to do research. Alright, so we definitely want that, because that, I think, just bumped my drone damage up by a point, which sounds piddling, but is very significant when they're doing 9 damage instead of 8 per hit, and they're doing 4 hits. Kind of a big deal. Let me click on Sheldon to get his plot continuation. Why has Dad always tried to undermine me? I noticed him at the fight tonight. Didn't expect him to join us in the lockers afterwards, though. Did you hear the things he said to Mr. Hornsby, to little Ben? He was just giving some friendly advice, Shell. No harm done. Mr. Hornsby just shrugged, and Benny, who's the monkey, he
even blink when Dad listed a dozen things his teammate would have done if he'd been in this game instead. And it didn't seem to bother little Ben at all. I know I wouldn't have taken it that graciously.
It's not the same, Shell.
I know, but I need to go for a walk, clear my head. I'll be back in a bit.
So there's like daddy issues there. Next thing to upgrade is probably going to be the drill hands, because I use those a lot. Because upgrading a generator, I think, is only going to increase its health, which is useful, but bumping up the damage for the drill, as well as durability, is a good idea. After like the first level or so of any given part being upgraded, you pretty much have to do research in the various research sections, which are aerospace, or conventional, this is conventional, aerospace, and energy, and later on, kaiju/aliens. There are day-night cycles, but they're kind of irrelevant. It's just kind of like, where are you going to find your characters? It's because they're going to be in a certain area at a certain time. I think they should have had a drop-down menu to just select characters and tell them where to be, but... Yeah, I was, Mason, I was having issues. They should be fixed now. Hopefully they're not continuing. But I was, because I had to keep turning the stream off, because Twitch, which I also stream to, was having all sorts of issues. Decided it didn't like whatever my bitrate had apparently gotten changed to. I don't remember doing it. It must have happened at some point, but here we are. So missions. It should be fixed now. Do tell me if it keeps disconnecting on Facebook. That way I can fix it. Core, talk to Sheldon. He has something he wants to discuss. Oh, this is about the, there's a gizmo your character inherited from their parents upon their parents' death, which is some sort of a Volta core, which we know nothing about. But Sheldon has taken it upon himself to investigate what it does.
Here's your core back, Saromina.
No luck?
Sorry, dead end.
Dang, what did you try?
I gave it a bath. Tried all sorts of bath salts, too. Dr. Volta was obsessed with bubble baths in one of his autobiographies.
Are you sure this thing is even waterproof?
Of course. I wouldn't risk ruining the only thing your parents left you. I tested one of the team's licensed Volta's cores first. I was hoping, since this one was unlicensed, the bath would have an effect, but no dice.
I guess I should just be relieved that the team still has an operational Volta core. Which apparently you need in order to make Voltas go, which obviously makes a lot of sense when you think about it. So for some reason my happiness is low. That's probably because I still haven't unlocked oh, I don't even remember what it is. There's relaxation assignments, and you don't get the room until I think you hit Silver League, which seems really strange to me, but whatever. So Sheldon I don't need to worry about. I need to get into Silver before I can increase or keep doing Sheldon missions. These mini-sodes are all about just win league battles with a given frame, and that takes forever. I don't think there's anything here, because this is all research-based, so I'm not going to worry about that. So let's do a kaiju fight. I have no idea what's going to change there. Join Connell in battling the giant monster to prove to Russell that you're strong enough to be trusted. I'm going to do it with the Brocken again. This thing looks adorable. I almost feel guilty beating it up. Aww, look at it. It's got a goofy owl hammerhead shark face and like goofy crab claws. I want one. Wow, that did a ton of damage. There's nothing okay about that. I'm not having it. So the shade apparently does still count as her, which I did not know. I may have to respec her. Oh, I've got four birds. This is gonna be tight. Should be okay though. There we go. Sheesh. They're kind of scary. But at what cost? Don't worry, lass. Sheldon will be okay. Sheldon's not dead though. What even was that thing? Well, we weren't strong enough. Russell was right. We did kind of win though. Yeah. Bodied. I don't think there's any, like, if you have a character get knocked out in one of the fights, I don't think they get, like, I don't think there's any malice for that. I don't think any negatives occur, other than them not being usable in that battle. There is something that allows some characters to revive, but I'm not sure if I have any that can use it. Diamond, that stuff, whatever that is, and 200 credits is a lot. Credits I am short on all the time. Constantly. Oh, 30 credits, that's also meaty. He'll be back once his injuries have healed.
Yeah, we should head back and start planning our next move.
Ellipsis. Ellipses, whatever.
Don't look so glum. You did your best out there. That's all anybody could ask for. We'll catch you later, okay?
Hate to say I told you so, but now you see what I mean? Just stick to the WVA, kid.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If I hadn't gotten hurt.
No, he didn't. Whatever. Plot. Plot and gameplay segregation, I guess. Don't you dare apologize. Oh, it is my fault. We're gonna have a crisis of confidence now. I see. Redemption arc in 3, 2, 1. He looks fine, though. He's even got his dapper little bow tie. Which is a skin you got for, like, getting the game early, I guess. I don't know. I just had it. It showed up. I don't know. I'm not complaining. It looks good. He has, like, Argyle pants. Things have gotten really complicated. Weird quantum bunny person. Oh, geez. Yeah, here we go. Massive crisis in confidence. He's not hurt because of you. The creature we fought was powerful and dangerous. Duh. Oh, so all along, your character has been getting weird, like, telepathic brain transmissions from some space person. Definitely not an alien invading. At all. Definitely not. That's just communicating with you on a friendly level. Who has problems with their father as well. They have daddy issues because he's kind of a nut, apparently. Totally not hell-bent on invading Earth with giant monsters. Huh? Were you going to say something? And I have a sneaking suspicion that this rabbit person is possibly that very self-same alien. Maybe not an alien, I don't know. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, but that's like 200 to respec. It is cool because it lets you be in two places at once, but the fact that if your shade gets damaged, she gets damaged anyway, makes it almost unusable because like if you try to run away from a location and your shade stays behind, you still die. So that seems real dodgy. That's very questionable. But I have to blow like 200 credits doing that, and that's not high on my list. I still can't believe it. What are you all doing here? He wants to check on us. You have not been the same since the kaiju battle. Just had a lot to think about. I guess. Oh, of course you think you're done. Small and fragile. For a largish elephant person, that is a difficult task. Root him on indeed. If it's important, sure, but I don't think I'm attempting anyone these days. Mope, 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 mope. We'll get over it. Hopefully they'll become hot-blooded again. It'll be good. Alright. Double check out headquarters to make sure there's... Actually, what I do need to do is I need to get a little bit further ahead on my water, because I'm going to need more water, power, and air in the near future for when I hit Silver League. Where are you? Power generator, yes. And I'm going to build a water processing. These are so expensive. If I go with an air processor, what does that come to? It's plus 14. Yeah, good enough. That should basically tide me over for the next series of expanded rooms I'm going to have to do. I need to worry about getting a kitchen. Not a kitchen. What is it? It doesn't show up here yet. Okay, that's not helpful. Missions. Not customize. Missions. There we go. Oh, I have to... Because Sheldon, due to plot, is out of my party for some reason. For plot reasons. Let me change that up. Let me put Benjamin back in, because he does melee damage, or he has a boost to melee damage, which means being in the Brocken, he just makes the arms hit harder, which is good. Oh, right, there's a color scheme. What we got here? Greenish with yellow tentacles and red drill heads. Ooh. Yes. Yes. Just double check. Character. No, there's no exclamation points, so those are all locked off at the moment. Let me go to inventory, crew. Oh, you still gained experience, that's good. Sheldon is valuable because he has this duct tape ability, which if a part gets destroyed, he like puts it back together with some HP, which is really good. Other than that, he's your bog standard I repair things good, and is durable if you choose to spec into health, and can extinguish fires quickly, which is very handy. Fire guard keeps him from taking damage from fire. Probably gonna ignore that. Probably just gonna go straight for additional repairs and extinguishing. Just work down the line. Oscar is repairs. I think he's one of the ones actually that can. Yeah, he can come back from getting killed, which makes it useful. But he also has snack, which is great because it repairs his health. Over time, he'll occasionally like recover some HP, which is really nice. So I beelined for that, and I'm gonna beeline for grit, and that way he'll basically be my repair guy who never dies, or dies but rarely. Speed is handy because it means he can go from room to room much more quickly. After I get grit, I'm probably going to go straight for repair and then figure it out. Trade between speeds and extinguishes in all likelihood. But I'm definitely going for grit. Grit is, I mean, they take a fatal blow and they come right back. Kinda busted. Respec. That is 200 credits. I am sorely tempted because Shade... The practical advantage of Shade is if you're in a component and then you leave the component and the Shade stays behind, but then the component finishes its cooldown and you attack, she teleports back to the Shade to do the attack. So she can basically be in two places at once, which is kind of a big deal. I think that'll synergize well with Dash if I ever wind up getting it. In fact, I probably should. But actually, no, I don't have enough to... Well, I could get that instead of Shade, but she's also a melee specialist, so having her in the Brocken makes a lot of sense. Benjamin is also a melee specialist with a sideline in repairing, and Valor. Valor does what again? Every time a room is destroyed, the bonus damage of this crew member increases, so you can do a lot of damage if you take out rooms quickly. So building for that is not a bad idea. Mox, what does Moxie do? If this crew member is at full health, any weapon they man will fully charge if they knock out an enemy part. That's handy. Your character is speedy with a sideline, does Valor with a sideline in artillery, which means any ranged weapons they're in get a damage boost like the melee characters do, except for ranged weapons. Quick Learner means every time they attack, I'm not sure what learn how to use it just a little bit better means exactly. If that means more, I'm assuming more damage. So for that, you want to put them in something that that attacks quickly to get the most benefit out of that. So you'd put them with like a regular cannon or a regular fist, probably a cannon because they have artillery as well. What else do I have here? Oh, Grant. He is reload speed, artillery, general speed, and valor, and concentration, which this crew member builds up a massive damage bonus over time, but even the tiniest hit will break it and reset the bonus to 0. Still, it's bonus damage and therefore not bad. What's really good, though, is Electric Guard, because keeping him from being stunned when electricity comes out is kind of great. Because that, I think, means that the room also continues to charge up, but I'm not positive. I've maxed out his reload. I'm probably going to go for artillery next. I could also go for concentration. Either one would work. There's other characters. I know there's like a polar bear character that you can get. I've seen somewhere. There's a turtle. There's a pig who I think is also a melee specialist, but also has those healing abilities. Some of the healing abilities that Oscar has. So they mix it up. You are basically allowed a heck of a lot of customization options that I'm very fond of. League battle. Actually, missions, let me go to whatever this next mission here is, because these are basically free money. Could Saramina be right? Does each of us really have the power to change things? If so, could that mean ellipses? I just get money. Grant asks you to participate in a match with him. He says it is important. Win one more match in the WVA with Grant in the crew. Well, means I'm gonna have to go back to this thing, because Grant is basically useless if he doesn't have a ranged weapon to attack with. So we'll see the Raiden in action, which I wasn't planning on doing, but the Raiden is interesting. I have a hard time with it, because I'm a baddie McBad. But right now I have it kitted out with two electric beams. I should probably go with cannons, but they just don't do enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep certain parts locked down, so that they can't attack me as frequently, and then attack with the drill's actual parts that can deal damage to me. Let me actually customize. No, you know what? That's actually not a bad crew. Let's go with that. The AI, basically what happens when you advance in League level, right now I'm in Bronze 3, you get new parts available. Let me go to missions. If you look here on the left, these are all unlocked by default, but then you get a few extras once you move up to Bronze 1. Bronze 2 you get more stuff. Bronze 3 you get these things. Once you hit Silver, you start getting the really interesting equipment, like electro punches, a concussion grenade launcher, a heat sword, whatever the hell that is. Oh, these two things are for I think only one specific Volta uses these. And they're like really big weapons that they can only use after the Volta does a special contextual action, which makes them transform. The big thing to look forward to with these are the Garden and Alien Biolab, which will give me better happiness and therefore better productivity, as well as actual research into the Biolab stuff, which is important for weapons like these. Well, this one here that provides acid, and that, which also does acid, which reduces armor. Once you get into gold, I've heard that you can't do AI fights to increase in rank anymore, though. So I have some concerns on that score. But I don't think there's anything that you need to unlock once you hit gold 1. It's like once you get gold 1, you have those unlocked, whatever they are. I didn't get that far in the beta. And then it's just kind of whatever's up here. I don't even know. But you have to do PvP, and nobody's playing PvP, sadly. Everybody should play this game because it's good. It is tactical. Okay. Still 30 days left in the season. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Training is a way to get some experience for your crew members that don't have experience, but it's very little. It's a trickle, and they take time. And I don't think you gain money for it. I'm going to check. I'm going to check to see if you gain credits for it. Yeah. Okay, so it's got drones, it's got shields. This is going to suck. It's got a pile bunker. So my biggest gripe with the Raiden frame. My biggest gripe with the Raiden frame is that it yes, okay. Shit, I need to rearrange it. Good. That's right, the electric beam doesn't actually get a damage boost from the artillery stuff, which is strange. So it's going to stun all my characters now, which is really annoying. It's very good if you have it, but it's really annoying. You don't. I've got to take out those shields. Strike damage is anyway. Do it. There we go. Take out those strikes so bad, but they are not taking no for an answer. Disabled one of their crew, which is cool. Chance. Get her up there. So that went fairly well. I may switch to having a cannon in the torso so I can move characters around more. Alright, so yeah, you only get experience for doing that, and it's not a lot, so you really need to do these AI league fights and those. I think you still get resources once you hit gold, but you don't get any rank advancement, which is a shame. Unless they've changed that. They may well have done. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. Right pink. Do want. Is that a shield? That's a shield generator. That's a heat beam. I don't like those. I wanted to switch to Brocken. Shoot. Erg. Taking out the Jenny. Taking out the basically disarmed it, but you have about enough time to disarm someone completely, but not kill their core. Which is what it is. Still win. Actually, I can do a Brocken crew assassin and crew assassin build. It's not that hard to set up. What I'm really hoping for is not resources, but like blueprint and crew components, because you have to get like 2 different crew components per crew member, like a bio and like some special item that they like, and then for additional Volta blueprints, you need like 4 different blueprints. Let me go to custom slot 2 and switch to all pile bunkers, which is, I guess, what kids these days would call a mean build. I would call it a mean, M-E-A-N build, because it is cruel. For body, yeah, Jenny. And so what this is built around is using radar to know where the enemy is inside a Volta, and then just slamming them to death with pile bunkers, and making them die. I need to replace you with somebody, probably Elena. This may not work. I have tried this, it has worked before. It feels super gimmicky, because enemy crew members can move around, so it gets a little dodgy. You're ignoring all the incoming weapons fire, and you're hoping you can take out whatever crew they've got built in vehicle as quickly as humanly possible. That's not who I want. Whatever, too late. Please move. So we've got Sheldon up there. I'm gonna go for this guy first. He's gonna move to the arm. 1, 2. That should kill him. 4. So that's 2 of their crew dead. They only have 1 crew member left who just moved there, and we're gonna try and kill him as quickly as possible. Oh, he moved to the camp. Lucky devil. The disadvantage with doing this is that... again. Not for long, my guy. Ah, stab it! Sheldon has a ton of health, so he's hard to kill. Ah, he keeps moving. Ah, they had a pile bunker. That's bad. Come on. He's gonna move every time I attack, probably. Let's see if we can kill him. Actually. So we're gonna lock him in place for a second. And now he's going to die. He can't move. I don't know how durable he is, but he's not going down at all. I can live without my generator, I prefer not to. Is he still kicking? He's not dying. This thing has like 4 drones up and running, which is really bad. Alright, don't leave. Fine. Whatever. Ah, she got conked up. I gotta get rid of that shade thing. It is not working for me. So their Shellman appears to be functionally immortal. Oh, now he takes damage. I guess. Ah, and he moved. You little punk. Now he'll move back, but they win anyway. So that did not go well, because it's a really specific build and you can't focus on repairs. And they took me out. You also can't do hard component damage. You don't know component damage at all, which is worthless, I guess. But it can be a fun build if their team doesn't dance around like they have ants in their pants, which they did. We're gonna try one more time because it's goofy when it works. I was able to take out 2 of them very, very early, and then nothing. Nothing at all. I don't know anything about the turtle. He's probably stupid durable too. There's another pile bunker. I hate pile bunker mechs. That's why I kill pile bunkers as soon as possible, because they just shred your crew. Oh, come on! just realized I've been muted for however long after I dealt with that phone call, so that's great. I don't even remember half the stuff I've said, so that's nice. I'm gonna go to missions and see what I've got to do. Thanks for humoring me, Sharamina. I really needed that match.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're really great with ranged weaponry, Mr. Hornsby. I don't see how that match helped you with anything.
Ellipses. Sometimes a good fight's all I need to remind me of why I became a Volta pilot in the first place.
Yes, he is now both Scottish and Irish, because we said so. I don't even know what kind of bird he's supposed to be. I assume a falcon or a hawk.
What's the real reason you joined our team in the WVA?
Do you really want to know?
Sure.
You really want to know why I joined the WVA despite the lack of benefits, the pay cut, and the risk of personal injury?
Yes, just tell me.
Why, to keep the ladies interested, of course.
He is a prince among men.
Ugh, here I thought you were gonna give me something juicy to tell Shell when he's back, but he's never gonna buy that. Ooh, there you are.
I need your help with something, too. Help you with a battle, too. It's really important. No more after this. Last fight. Got it, guys? So we're trying to cheer up our plucky main character protagonist. You can choose between either the little tiger girl or a fox boy, I guess. I'm not sure there's a practical difference between the two. I hope there isn't a difference between the two. I don't know. There's no way to reset the save as far as I know. That I've seen. User ID, language, exit game, change name. You can change your name. Nope. I've looked in save files sections, the likely suspects, like in app data local and local low, and I can find what I think is the game, but it's got no actual save information in it. So it might all be server-based, and if that's the case, I don't know how to unlink from the server and start fresh, which might be a thing you'd want to do, hypothetically. I know the devs are looking into coming up with a way to reset your story progress and go back through that to give you, because once you get to like Silver 1 and this you complete this final battle episode, it's basically nothing. Presumably until they get well, there's all these side missions with characters and upgrading mechs, but that's kind of it. And the stuff tied to upgrading your base, your headquarters. That's pretty much it. So let's go to a league battle. Let's do a more traditional league fight with a build that I'm more comfortable with because it's more direct. You can blow up parts, and with drill weapons, you don't exactly ignore shields, but shields are rendered kind of moot because of the damage you deal. You ignore people. So I'm gonna gun down their drones first, because I don't like those drones being up and active. It's bad. So apparently, I didn't know you could move her shade around. That's very cool. So she can be in 2 places at once, not just one. I'm going for drones because I don't like them. Yes, attack drone, attack drone, attack drone. That's overkill. Go for fire instead of dislike fire. Shield into the second over there. Use this on that. That's very bad. Well, I have to put out the fire. Made him angry. Did we not take out his drones? We did not take out his drones because I'm stupid. now I need to stick drones on these drones and hope for the best. These drones are extremely dangerous, as you can see. They're causing serious harm. Oh god. Fire's a non-issue. That's they're shooting at my drones meanwhile, which is bad. I basically threw this much away, unfortunately. It's what it is, I guess. I don't know exactly what happens every time, but apparently it both goes. I've never had a tie this entire time, so. Oh no. Yeah, I threw that match away because I could have won that very easily if I'd actually taken out his drones. Stupid things. At least I have some money right now, which is good. That's not going to, gosh darn percent. I'm missing Sheldon already. That's important to keep on top of. We'll do reload. More speed is better speed. The artillery ranged weapon boost characters do not seem to affect a bunch of these status weapons, like the drones are not affected. There's a pile bunker that needs to go. I think there's a radar on one of his shoulders. So I'm gonna go for the pile bunker first, because if I get rid of that, that's fine. Yeah, it's a radar. Radars are dangerous, but they're not the end of the world. They will attack you with relentless precision. Take it out, even though it's excessive. Okay, that's good. We're going to have that turn. That. Take out the shield.
increasing the level of a given Volta, I believe, increases the health of its cockpit room, which is good. Makes it more durable. Wasn't there a mission? Yeah, there we go. He has to participate in more matches if he wants to keep getting better. Even if they secretly thought I was silly, they always supported me anyway. Aww. Huge monsters out there, and Volta pilots are the only ones who can stop them. So it's more important than ever that he keeps improving. How sweet. Oh, clearly not Sheldon. Oh, he's back. How is he feeling? Better than ever. Oh, ordered pizza. Now I'm hungry. You really okay? Yeah, promise. I'm glad. I don't like where this is heading.
Can you do one with me? I read about it in a magazine at the hospital. The prize is a limited edition Volta Chronicles figurine.
Absolutely not.
But a figurine.
You know, I'll just go without you if you don't agree. This way you can watch over me. I know how much you love that show. Let's get this over with. Indeed. The alien rabbit telepathic person, who's probably Elena, calls your character Ace for some reason. I don't actually know why. I don't remember right now. That's good. I mean, that's good, right? I don't know, but it's exciting. It's all thanks to you, Ace. I never would have agreed to help Father if it weren't for your encouragement. Yeah, strange telepathic person for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It runs on 70s super robot logic. It's fine. Except with a lot less girlfriends being strapped to the outside of enemy robots. That hasn't happened yet. Thanks, Messenger Z. Thanks so much, Go Nagai. What a weird man. I can't punch the enemy giant robot because my girlfriend is strapped to it. What sick madman comes up with that as a plan? A smart madman. A smart sick madman. Zephy? Oh, I forgot that that's what her name was. Nice. It's been weeks. Weeks, I tell ya. Oh, there was another mission. What was the other mission? Probably not you, because I have to be in silver to do any of these. But as far as I know, like, all the crew members, I believe, have their own little mini-stories once you get them unlocked, which I haven't. Yeah, that's 600. Yeah, they're all 600. Alright. I'm gonna go to HQ and make sure Sheldon hasn't de-assigned himself from absolutely everything. He has, so that's good. I'm gonna put him to work in the salt mines. I mean, the workshop. Yeah. That's where all the work happens. I don't have one of those rooms yet. There we go. Okay, so I'm not sure. There's a way to see happiness in there. No, that's just help. Where are you? There's a way to see like a breakdown of your happiness. I don't remember how it works. Maybe it's on individual characters.
You can click on the character.
No, of course not. That would be too easy. I know there's a way to see that. but I can't think of how it's done. So I like how they show like 3 headquarters locations a la XCOM, but you can't select any of them for some reason. Hopefully if I have to delete any rooms, it doesn't give me a bug it's given me repeatedly, where you have to, oh, I need to build a elevator, don't I? I believe I do. Elevator, elevator, elevator. How much room do I have? Elevator. Fortunately, elevators are quite cheap. Okay, I think I have 1 additional block, and I'll probably use that for like a power generator if I need it. But I do need to build an elevator. I'll leave that there naked for now. I'm not going to do anything with it because I've got to build like... what is it? There's the alien research lab. There's a kitchen of some kind that I'm going to put over to the right-hand side of this, but I don't have it unlocked yet. And then there's one other like functionality related. Oh, the garden, which I'm probably going to put down here somewhere because I have nowhere else to put it. And other than that, my base is basically secure, other than like building more research dens and workshops and barracks as I get more crew members, which hasn't happened yet because you get them very, very, very slowly. I'm going to queue up for PvP. I don't think anything will come of it. I'm going to give it 60 seconds. Alright, that's enough. You can't unfortunately queue up for a AI fight while you're doing PvP. Queued up for PvP. So we're gonna queue up for an AI fight. We're gonna body something. The Brocken, again, like the main reason I like the Brocken so much is it allows you to do really powerful arm weapon based alpha strikes. And then once you get status inflicting arm weapons, you can do status builds as well, where you're doing all kinds of unfortunate shit to the enemy. I don't even remember where half these. Oh my god, more phone calls? I'm getting real sick of this. Why wouldn't they? This thing is not coming back. Oh, it doesn't help that I have the generator still functioning. That's bad. Well, we will deal with that. Sure how he's able to do that.
just gonna take out his attacking components and call it a day. I'm not totally sure where the drones are all attacking. I don't really care. So that's gonna go down in a hot minute, and then it's gonna be pretty straightforward from there. Once a room is destroyed, by the way, as far as I know, you cannot bring it back. There might be some crew member ability or something that allows for it, but I've not seen it. Oh yeah. This, I believe, is called a clean sweep. The only thing that could be cleaner is if we killed off all their crew members in the process, which we did not. Took out all their parts. Which is doable when you're using the Brocken, if you focus down each component. And you have a lot of melee crew members who just are boosting your damage by a huge chunk. Yes, rare resources. Actually, I don't think I have any of that. Yes, good. New crew member possibilities. Excellent. Susan appears to be a pig. I think they're one of the characters I actually had at one point in the closed beta. So drill got upgraded, which is great. The drill is good. The drill is love. The drill is life. Change getter 2. Yes, getter 2, not getter 1. I'm gonna boost my generator, make it more durable. I don't think it improves the cooldown time any. But it's a good component. To have more health on, so it doesn't go down like it's made of wet paper towels. Where's Shelter? There's Shelter. Did I have to win more than one? What's the deal? I guess it was 2 matches. Well, that's fine. We'll just do another one. Crew inventory. No. Okay, so I need to get Susan's hair gel. And that's all random. Like, you have no control, as far as I know, over it. Like, I could get, like, 3 more bios. I could get, like, a crew member item, and never, ever see the other corresponding item to get another crew member. So, at this point, I expect that. It's not terrible in that regard, because at least it's not saying, hey, you can get these things if you shill for money. If you shell out. Geez, actually, the next one I do, I might get into Silver League. That'd be cool. Silver League, like I've said, is where, oh man, the meat meets the metal. It gets hard, because you have a lot more options. You get a ton of different Voltas you have to fight, and some of them are very tricky. Okay, drones are gone. Looks like a regular cannon. His torso must have something real interesting in there to be in any way a threat. So we'll find out. Jenny, we're taking out the Jenny, and then the drills I'm going to use to take out that thing, that thing again. Jenny. My next drone is going after their drone. You need to get in there. To get over here. Let's just put this two back because I'm smart.
for his core. How do you do this? Saving the drill for when I get the monkey down there, so he does more damage with melee. And it's not insignificant, it's very much worth your time. Yeah, we should be fine. What just happened? There we go. Clicked off the game screen somehow. No, sure, whatever. Okay, is that enough? Just shy. Oh, that's kind of frustrating. That's kind of frustrating. We'll live. Go to missions and see if it's there. Use you to participate in a match with him. He says it's important. I just did this. Unless it's like a hidden condition that I be in silver, and it's not saying that, which is, I guess, possible. Kind of frustrating if so, though. 45%, so like a 9, I guess. I know I've done more wins with this thing than that, but that's alright. Whatever. It's all... It must have like a hidden condition that it's not talking about involving Silver League, because this is a league battle. Unless it meant a PvP battle, in which case you're never going to progress beyond that. Catch the... that's a heat ray. I'll take care of the heat ray. The drill's kind of annoying. The rocket punch can be annoying. Oh my gosh. Basically with Brocken, I also fully expect to lose a component. That's acceptable losses. Yeah, they just have a cannon. This is going to be pretty easy. Take out their fire. Start plugging their torso. I do want to keep my generator. Okay, just not good. That is so not okay. Shit. We're still gonna win. I'm not worried. It's just taking a while to get everything up and running again. GG. Alright, what do we got? Should go up to silver now. New paint scheme, I'll check that out. Looks like it has pink in it. That's nice. Got some money. I'm in silver now. Neato. Silver 1. Inventory. Parts. So yeah, a powerful melee weapon, only compatible with the extremely large Volta frames, like the V-Buster in its combined form. If there's another one that can do that, I have not heard of it. Shock Punch I may want to invest in because it does substantial damage and it does shocking. And the same thing with the Heat Saber, I'll probably put some time into. They both have, like, the Heat Saber has a very long cooldown time, which is bad. But it also inflicts heat and does meaty damage, while also inflicting flame malice on the parted heads. So on the Brocken, I'm thinking like 2 of these and 2 of the shock punches, basically. And just kind of working with it from there. Or maybe a heat saber and a shock punch and 2 drills, something like that. Or 2 shields and those 2 malices, I don't know. Lots of customization options. That's it. Oh, there we go. Progress at last. I finally did it.
I stood up to Dad. I told him I don't want him comparing me to his teammates anymore. I told him that I'm my own person and that I'll fight battles my own way.
How'd he take it?
He patted me on the head and said, "We'll see."
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
I think he might challenge us to a match soon.
Ah, okay. Haha, we'll be ready and stuff. Let's see. Oh, I have construction I can do. Can I build the, not aerospace. Okay, alien biolab, and I think I have to build a second elevator. Yeah. That's fine, I've got power. I've got resources enough for it. No, down. There we go. And now we'll go for the... I'll go for the alien biolab and the garden next to it. Rooms build pretty quickly. I don't even know why they take time at all. Seems sort of pointless. And then garden. Now I have to go through my entire roster. Let's move you from... Actually, no, I've got someone in conventional. Who's in conventional? The monkey. I need to find the monkey. I need to move him. I'm going to move him into the alien research lab. I also have to move everybody so that they're using this, which is going to take me for friggin' ever. This will improve my happiness, though, which is a good practical upshot. I was avoiding clicking on you. Here we go. Again, no drop-down menu to do this the easy way, so you have to actually find where they are, click on them, and tell them go here for whatever stuff. She has no socializations? What the frick? Silly. I don't know why that's the case. Alright. Yes. And now I'll click on Bird Boy here. Get his little plot bit done. He's got like a torrid tryst with with some like squirrel person, I guess. I don't know. They're mammalian. I don't understand how animal breeding occurs in this series, but in this setting, but it doesn't matter. So this little girl, who's the daughter of this person he presumably has been seeing, is asked for his autograph. Are you feeling a code about all that?
What blazes are you talking about, lass?
Wasn't that?
Nothing. Never mind. You know, the thing we talked about earlier.
What's that all about?
Alright, so we're going to assign you now to that room. I think that's everyone? I don't know. So I'm doing kaiju research too. Not as much as I'd like, but I can shift things around if need be. It's not that big a deal. And then once things like energy, once I get energy leveled up, I'll be able to move somebody into kaiju research, and that'll improve quickly. It says no crew assigned, but that's only relevant for like when people are actively using it. They'll go to it when they need it. Otherwise, which is kind of dodgy, but here we are. More phone calls. I'm getting real tired of this. Alright, there we go. This still... Oh, because he's not in the mech. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. So Sheldon has like an actual fight. There's a special match with Benny. So whatever's going on there. Okay, I have to keep him in there. Him and Sheldon would be a bad combo no matter what mech I use. Let me customize and crew. I'm gonna put Sheldon in. Yeah, Sheldon for her. And you. Let's do for Grant. I'll have to win a special match with Grant, which is the first time I've heard of that. That's nice. Okay, we'll work our way up through these. They give you a little loot box as well as some money. Mostly money is the big practical upshot there. So, Sheldon is sick and tired of his dad talking down to him all the time, so he's gonna go beat him up. It's maybe more nuanced than that, but not a lot nuanced. And since we're in silver, I think we can expect to see... Are those double drones? That's gross. You should be ashamed. But yeah, the soundtrack is just absolutely killer. I'll just repair things. I'm gonna take out the drones first. I don't want those around. Oh, I need to attack that. Time to shoot. They're gonna get to repairing that. That's not okay. I messed up real bad. That was not a good mistake to make. That is what they call an unforced error. I have to hope I can recover. Because being able to take out a component right at the very beginning is huge. You really want to do it every time you can.
hell out of it too, so don't worry. I took out one of their crew though, that's positive.
Red Sheldon, please. Thank you.
Gotta take advantage of this. That arm's toast. Pair at a time. Wasn't, that's a huge problem. That might be able to kill it. So what they also have is these things called repair bots, which are really obnoxious. And keep components repaired when they should be absolutely dead, but they're not. Okay, so now I need to focus all my ranged stuff. Will I still win? Yes, I will win barely. By 1 point, which is stupid. I should do better. Ha! I win. Yeah. Winning is good. I could have made that so much easier on myself. They had a pretty good setup, though. Wow, that was a lot of experience. What do we got? What do we got? O2, yuck, something, whatever that is, and wow, 2,500 credits for some reason. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm real happy about it. Actually getting resources in Volta-X? Crazy. Absolute madness. Now, usually I prioritize research over everything else. Oh, concussive grenades too. Those are going to be good for the Raiden, because they do, they don't do much robot damage, but they do a bunch of crew damage to everything in an area. And some mech loadouts can really get messed up. Like, the Brocken gets destroyed by this. Like, because even if they're all in different rooms, if you shoot at the center, you're going to hit all of them. Hit every single room. It can be very dangerous. For now, I'm gonna... what do we need? What do I want? What do I want? What do I need? These are all 9... Oh, that's 450 yield. I might go for that first, then. Because I'll get that after, like, one turn. Or one fight. Energy still has 2 people in it, right? Yep. Yep. Happiness. It does kind of feel like a game that released before it was feature complete, but that seems to be the story of game development nowadays, sadly. Oh, a Sheldon costume. Okay, that's neat. Saw you and your dad talking after the match. How'd that go? You'll never believe this. He asked me if I wanted to join his team. No way! That's what you've been waiting for your whole life. You knew about that? Well, maybe it's true, but I turned him down. Because of all of you. Aww. Aww. Glad we're not losing you, but are you sure? Yup. It's taken a new turn. We're rivals now. Rival time. We know how that goes. Let's see. Oscar, I need to do 3 more league battles with Oscar in the party. Do a special match with Grant. Oh, let me go to inventory, crew, because I've got leveling up to do. Probably stick to repair. Having a good repairer is not a bad idea at all. And then for Sheldon... shoot, I'm not sure. I could go for just all health so that he never goes down ever. But I do kind of need to get his repair up there, though. Alright, and I wanna... These menus are not super fun to navigate. Alright, so they're... I think this is the default. This is the one I just unlocked, which is pretty classy. Looks very much like the Ultraman Science Attack Team outfit with the tie and everything. That's probably what it's referring to. This one's classy too, though, but I'll go with that. Okay. Missions. Oh, right. That's... Oh, it's the league. I didn't do a league match. So what's the other mission that it's saying is available? Oh, here we go. Building. We got 25 rooms in our headquarters now. This place sure is getting luxurious. Also, I got a alien lab, which is cool. I know we need to keep the biolab man to keep developing our kaiju tech. That place is terrifying. This lab is so cool. It's everything I imagined it would be. Just look at that sample of... what is that? That lad is the chevrolet head of an unidentified alien creature. We don't know what it is, and we're storing it in our base? Isn't that dangerous? Just like XCOM. Sounds like the beginning of a cool horror film. Is that thing still twitching? Yes. And then we've got 25 rooms in our headquarters. This place sure is getting luxurious. I'm in Silver League. Free stuff. Roses are red, violets are blue. Let's see if we can make these carnations bloom too. Oh, because I have the, I wanted you to build the gardening room. What are you doing in here, Mr. Grant? I'm meditating, Benny. Something about being amidst all this nature just puts me at ease. I know what you mean. Back home, we had the most amazing garden. I used to help grow the veggies that we'd use for our meals. Now that I think about it, I learned a lot of life lessons tending that garden. Never give up. Pay attention to the details. That kind of thing. I think it's where I learned a lot of the skills that I now apply to my Volta piloting. Snore. He works hard. Get some rest. Benny is an uplifting individual. It's true. So, get into Silver League 2. These all will level up as you increase your tech research, which takes just mountains of time. Mountains and oodles and scads and just a lot of time. There's nothing you can really do to change that. What is the mission that it's saying? Oh, I know what it is. Because I'm smart. So we'll do Benny, the Benny special match, which we're being led to believe, and I think it's erroneously, that he's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. And no, I think he's actually, because he's got like 1 million siblings. He's got like 12 siblings, and his parents, are very supportive of him. And so the rest of the gang are like, oh my goodness, he's going for it for the prize money so that he can feed his family. Aw, how sweet. And that's the idea. Oh, heat sword, bad news. Electro punch, Denji punch, very bad news. That might be a... Oh, it's a generator, I don't care. Generator? Not my problem. Because I'm going to be punching this thing to death, and drones just make a complete... What is that? I'm not sure I want to find out. I'm going to take out the fire punch, I don't want that. I don't want that doing stuff. I want it gone. I want it gone. Taking out electro punch. What is that? That's gonna stun everybody again. So I don't know what it is, but it's bad. I don't like it. I don't like countdowns. Countdowns are scary. I probably have enough time to take it. And as you can see, once you get 4 drones out, drone launchers as a component are basically dead weight. Nice. Well done. Thanks for the help, guys. My taste buds and tummy are already celebrating. Huh? Big jiggly with butt. Oh, you sweetie. Look at the smiling. Kaiju cocoon, whatever that does. And quite a bit of money. The fact that they're giving me as much money as they are is a very, very suspicious and frightening sign. 100. And a Benny skin, so I'll switch to that. All that extra training paid off. I'm so excited for you, Benny. Your family will be really happy. My family? What do you mean?
The prize money, that's what you were going for, wasn't it?
Of course, that prize money is for all of us. See, the thing is, I was hoping we could start stocking the kitchen with organic bananas. The conventional stuff just doesn't taste the same. I didn't want to make a big fuss about it, so I thought if we were able to earn the money myself, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. After all, Dad always says if we want something, we ought to work for it on our own. That way we wouldn't take anything for granted. Come to think of it, maybe we could just start stocking some vegetables, too. Better nutrition will help the entire team.
You're not sending money home to your family, lad.
Huh? Why would I do that?
Because they... Ah, what's that noise?
Helicopter? It's written on the side there. The Millers? Hey, that's Dad's private helicopter. His biggest one. He must have brought everyone over to congratulate us. Aw, it's a family moment. We really got this one wrong, didn't we? It's just like episode 14 of Volta-X Platoon. He, like, associates everything with his anime. His Japanese animes. I'm gonna real quick inventory crew. Oh, Oscar leveled up. Very nice. I'm gonna keep fast tracking to grid because Oscar, because of snack alone, Oscar's basically unkillable. Like you have to straight up target him and one-shot him to get rid of him. He is, he's busted. For a repair crewman, he doesn't have all the durability that Sheldon has, but he doesn't need it. Because once I have snack and grit, I basically put him on something and leave him there. And with speed, he can go and dart between locations fairly quickly and do spot repairs, so he can be right in the thick of it. I'm gonna ignore once I get grit. I'm gonna ignore extinguish because he can afford to sit in the through the fire, the flames, and just keep giving him repair so that he's a repair boy. Oscar. And he has a very abrasive personality. So Benjamin now has a new skin, I guess. Oh, that's cute. He's got a tracksuit, he's got a scarf. He's trying to be a common rider. I believe he can do it. Either that or tackle, because he's red. Tackle is great. Good for you, Benji. Double check headquarters and see if anything finished. No. You really have to do lead battles in order to make that progress? That is so frustrating. So these side missions just kind of put everything on hold, unfortunately. But you get skins and tons of money out of it. I mean, costs are increasing, so I am going to wind up burning through that, but it's pretty good. And the special match with Grant. He wants to dazzle him with a special showcase. Oh, of course I have to use Grant in my loadout. Well, customize. I guess I can take Benny out if need be. Yeah, I can take Benny out. Basically, even though Benny is exceptionally good for. Yeah, and Grant I haven't leveled up worth a gosh darn either, which is a problem. He's not. Grant is kind of dead weight on a Brocken, other than being able to get from point A to point B quickly. I'm gonna have to cut it off soon. I didn't realize how late it was. Whatever. Oh, I just realized my logo got scratched out. I'm gonna have to fix that. Heat sword needs to go. I think that's a shield. That's not a big deal. It's annoying, but it's not life-threatening. Yeah, heat sword, then go from there. Oh, Jenny. Targeting the Jenny. Generator is next. But I'm gonna stun him. Start attacking the core. experience for that one. That's a little disappointing, but okay. Well, we need resources, I guess. Sure. So I'm making league progress, but it's not not all of them do for some reason, I guess. I don't know. It's not the most thoroughly tested game, obviously. Heat Saber is next for sure, then I'll do concussive grenades, and then I'll worry about researching the heavy sword and heavy cannon, because I don't think I have a Volta that can use either of these. Unless they, like, take up 2 slots on a Brocken or something. Or this on the right, and I don't think so, though. I believe it's only the V-Buster. There might be another Volta that can do the same thing, and just has, like, 1 giant mount and no other components. They do a lot of damage, like, if you look at it numerically. Like, 25 damage in a single hit is pretty monstrous, just at level 1, because I'm only doing, like, 20, and if I upgrade the drill, it'll be 23. So it's, you know, it does a lot. A reasonable cooldown time. It's not crazy. It's not great. It's not bad. Alright. Energy is almost done researching, and then I can move someone from energy down to kaiju research. And we will figure it out from there. Itzion is... Wait, didn't I just do this? Apparently I just did a league match. I don't know. The entire purpose I did anything was to do this, but alright. The only reason I had Grant in my party at all. The only reason. Because he's not doing me much good in this robot, like I've said. I'm still not sure what that is. I think it's like a shield combat arm. So it'll take hits, but also deal damage. So I'm taking out his drones first, because drone's bad. Do not want drone. I don't even care if I'm wasting an attack. I'm taking that thing out. Very good. I'm taking out his... take out his drone. Attack his weapon. I think that's a concussion grenade. Yeah, it is. That can be pretty dangerous for a rocket. He's angry. Let him get angry. His loss. He's attacking a room shelf. That's not going to get him very far. Now we're going to stun him, do a bunch of damage to components, do a bunch of damage to crew. Now he's going to keep flopping on his mountain. Should have it pretty shortly. Wait till he gets something for the little extra damage boost. It's not a lot, because he's not very focused. And a little bit helps.
An autograph? I gave a thumbs up into the camera just for her. Then I winked to the camera for her mother. And for any other ladies who might have been watching. Hate to disappoint, you know. He's a class act. Yeah, it went pretty well. Oh, you didn't kill any of my components, that's pretty good. I typically expect to lose an arm with Brocken, because you can't be everywhere at once. And it feels like the Brocken's components are slightly more fragile, but I think that might just be... 150 isn't too bad. And a grant suit. And 100 credits, which is pretty good. I need it all. Oh, she is a bird. But her daughter's like a squirrel, I think, which is a little odd. Olivia! And how's David doing these days? I hope he's well. We watch your matches, you know, as a family. How flattering. Actually, she said she talked to you the other day. You never told me. I don't know what she is. A rabbit? Like, maybe. A hare? Spitting image of your lovely mother. And yeah, okay, I guess, but they're animals? Ages since David saw you, and little Sophia would be over the moon. Unless you're too busy being a star pilot, that is. We're not there yet. I'd be delighted to stop by. Of course, what kind of lifelong friend do you take me for, lad? Became a soldier and fought in all sorts of wars and became a Volta pilot for her. You said I became a Volta pilot for her. Olivia didn't even like machines until I became a pilot. But why? Ah, lads, I see where your confusion stems from. If I ever told you about Genevieve. He's a ladies' man. That's cute. Let's see what his outfit looks like. Oh, and he leveled up? How fitting. Oh, actually, I've got a reload now. I think I'll go for concentration. Because if he's going to get, like, a damage buff constantly, that's going to be pretty rad. More tracksuit. Gets a backpack. And a headband. That's cool, I guess. HQ, something got done. What got done in HQ? Oh, energy research. Cool. So that's good. She can now move to alien bits research, which is good. And that'll get done while everything else is kind of going up a little bit, and then I can, I guess, cycle people around if need be. Hopefully I'll have Susan, or whatever her name is, by then. Though I kind of doubt it. There was a mission that was relevant, and I don't remember what it was. What was it? Why is my brain dying? Oh, here. No, just it was progress, that's fine. Customize. Let's get Oscar in. Oscar's already in here. Let's get literally anyone else in here other than Grant. I think I might go back to doing Benjamin and Elena. Because they can do a lot more damage with the melee weapons, which is very good. Missions and plot, and I'm gonna have to call it after that, I think. How are you feeling, Sheldon? Don't push yourself too hard when you're still recovering.
It feels so good to be back out there.
Are you sure? You were hurt really bad last time. You sure you want to keep doing this?
Are you kidding? I want to do it even more than ever now.
Even though I let
Did you get hurt last time?
But everything's about you. Being a Volta pilot is important to me. Back in school, I felt so unsure about my place in the world. I retreated into Animu because everything was just so overwhelming. But now I have the team, and our bond goes deeper than friendship. I have a place where I belong.
A place where I can grow stronger and learn new skills. 2,000 of them, even. It's a chance to keep the people I care about safe, to make a difference. Nice. A porpoise. Actually, you know what? I do. I know exactly what you mean. You have no idea. I really missed how fast you are at repairing things. The team dynamics just aren't the same without you. Now I just have to believe in myself. Oh, it's a news bulletin.
The latest developments in the World Volta
Association have sports critics stunned as the rookie team led by Sheldon Ray and co. recently qualified for the Silver League. Experts previously claimed that none of this year's rookie teams would amount to much, but this team in particular has proven them wrong. A bear market shook the world today as Halberd Industries posted with a record low of static. Uh-oh.
So I'm on now? Wait, now?
Please tell me those are metal rivets in that vulture's beak. I think they are.
Good evening, all. It is far past time that your selfish, chaotic kind were purged. Some of you have already met the very special, friends I've sent out. Soon the rest of you will have that honor as well.
Of course, its name is Dr. Claw.
This is your first and final notice that I, Dr. Claw, would be destroying the world.
Well, that's good to know. At least he tells us. You think that lunatic on the news is the one who sent the kaiju? He's gotta be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I've seen this situation 1,000 times in anime. We have to stop him.
We have a duty to step in. Got more complicated than I expected. Talked about that already. We're not letting that hold us back. What's really stopping you? Russell wasn't exactly thrilled the last time we got involved. Maybe it'd be better not to tick him off even more. I mean, he was kind of right. I'm not good enough. Me being there might just make things worse. Means a lot to you? He is like a father to you? I guess. He's been my guardian since I was little, so I guess he's the closest thing to a parent that I have. Even though your character goes to prison, I think for illegally possessing that Volta core, and then, or joyriding or something, and he gets you out and then promptly ignores you for like 6 years. It's like not that great a father figure. It's always been aloof. My father, too, is a difficult man. Nothing pleases him anymore. Sometimes you must do what is right for you. Sometimes that is what it takes for those who care about you to really see you. If you truly believe piloting a Volta is your calling, you cannot let Russell Ward's opinions sway you. She's right, lass. What do you say? You guys are so smart.
Let's fucking go.
He says to head to the WVOA arena quick. Jeez Louise. Hold up. I know I'm pat. Oh, because that's the dividing line. That's where I'm at. Nice. Man, I want to fight a kaiju again. That fight was rad. That thing damn near stomped me. I did really well. I was impressed with myself.
I knew this was gonna happen. I warned her years ago. The world's finally gotten crazy.
He's right, though, but not for the reasons he's thinking. What are you doing here? Go home.
The Kaisu's back, isn't it?
Colonel did what?
You know we need their help, Ward.
Just listen, I know you don't think I can do it, that I'm not strong enough. And maybe you're right, but maybe I'll get out there and fail terribly, but it doesn't matter. This is who I am. I've already made up my mind. I've talked to my team and we all agree. We have to fight. Tatakai. Even if we get hurt, even if we fail, it doesn't matter. The combat is the thing. Oh, we want to protect people, not just keep fighting. We believe in ourselves, and we're doing it anyway. You're just as pig-headed as your mother, you know that, kid? Guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Your parents were always going on about protecting the world, too. They sacrificed their lives to try and make this planet safe for the next generation. I didn't know that. No one would ever tell me how they died. Not even you. There's a lot you don't know, kid. Some of it's confidential. Some of it's just hard to talk about. We made some really tough choices back then. Choices I don't like dwelling on. And I'll tell you this, your parents were really something. A brilliant scientist and a pilot with the fastest reflexes I'd ever seen. And for some reason they picked me to be their closest friend. I'll never understand. Their deaths were a huge loss in our fight against the Kaiju. Wait, you were fighting them all the way back then? Is that why you always shut me out? Because you didn't want to get me involved? I wanted you to live your own life, not follow in their footsteps out of some misguided sense of justice. How about just a general sense of justice? Or a very acute sense of justice? Fate had other plans. Wait, does that mean you're letting them join? I don't think I have much of a choice anymore. Welcome to the collective. Got word the Kaiju is on the move. I still have questions.
Let's fucking go!
Time for a giant monster to get friggin' bopped. Smells like a boss fight. Oh no, that's just the reward.
Let's fucking go!
Fend it off for good this time. Oh, it looks so doofy. I love it. It is everything I asked for in a giant monster design. Somebody took their notes. Saving the world's what it's all about. Alright, let's do it. Chokey. Chalky? I don't know. Ah, no, 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 no. Yikes, that hurts. I'm gonna have this attacking his noggin. I'm gonna, like, alpha his drill. Or his arm. I think I got one of them. Might have like built-in alien radar or something. For shade. doubted us for a second either. Got him. Oh, nice. He's up to level 7. Sweet. That's good. Because now he is confirmed invulnerable. Diamond, oxygen, steel, and 200 credits. Oh, heat seeker's done. Neat. Yoink. I'm gonna build that concussive grenade launcher for torso, which I think is gonna be pretty nice later, if I have to fight using my Raiden for some reason. As far as I know, all fights are just one-on-one affairs. There's no like team affairs, which seems like a lost opportunity. Alright, definitely going for grit. I think I will now go for repair afterwards. Yeah, grit is just way too good to pass up. Oh, he dies, he comes back. Pair that with snack, and he's just not dying often. It's hard, like, as it is, he's basically, even before grit, he's harder to kill than Sheldon. And Sheldon has an unbelievable frig mountain of health. How much health does Sheldon have? I don't even know how much health Sheldon has. He has 153 compared to Oscar's 107. He has 50 more health. He can take a full pile driver to the face and not die. Or full additional pile driver. Pile bunker, whatever. So he's quite good. I don't know how much, I think these are each like 25 health or so. So you can give him basically double the health of anybody else, which is substantial and probably worth doing. I will not probably worry about that until I've gotten all the repairs up, because as it is, he does pretty good repair work. I think his repair is actually... Oh no, it's not natively higher, it's the same. But anyway, so this has been Volta-X. I hope to do more streams on it in the future, provided I have the time. If I don't have the time, I don't have the time. It's kind of been the story of my life lately. Been very busy lately. It sucks, but them's the breaks. I do, though, hope to get a... normally I do 3 streams throughout the week. I haven't been able to do that at all the last couple of weeks. This past month has just been a complete disaster area for my for free time to do these. But normally I do 3 streams throughout the week. Mecha Mondays, which you've just seen, where I'll do something mecha, giant robot related or mecha adjacent. I do Warframe Wednesdays, where I do Warframey things for a couple hours, and then on Saturdays I do Storytime Saturdays, where I read short stories or indeed full novels aloud. Coming up this Storytime Saturday, provided I can swing it, which I should be able to, I'm going to be starting a read-through of Robert Heinlein's The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, which is, I think, an excellent novel. I think it's a lot of fun. There are bits that drag a bit, but like at its core, it's a really cool story of the moon has been turned into a penal colony where they send, where the Earth sends all its human detritus that it doesn't want anymore, and the moon denizens are constantly oppressed, and they eventually decide, you know what, enough's enough, I'm done. And so they have a guerrilla uprising. Very detailed guerrilla uprising. Like, this book basically has literal blueprints for how to set up your guerrilla terrorist cell. Like actual diagrams, which I don't think I'm going to be able to show off easily, but I can probably fake it. And like active descriptions of how you set up a guerrilla network. And a cell-based guerrilla network, and you just kind of work with it from there. Let's watch this last cutscene and I'll call it. Nice work, kid. You reminded me of your mother earlier with your stubborn resolve. But your fight patterns are just like your father's. Thanks for giving me a chance, Russell, and for finally believing in me. Psh, I believed in you all along, kid. Why do you think I tried so hard to keep you away from all this? I knew if you got a taste of it, I'd never be able to keep you out of harm's way. But maybe your parents would have approved. After all, despite the danger, I know they'd be real proud of you, kid. Thanks, Russell. I gotta head out, kid. Got some debriefing to do, and I gotta try to figure out who that madman on the news was. Do you have any leads, lad? Do you have any leads yet? Nah, not yet, but he seemed familiar somehow. I hope you find him quickly. I'll be in touch soon. Try not to get in too much trouble until then. I have a sneaking feeling they're gonna kill Russell off. I'm gonna be very upset. Russell is the man. Kind of a dick though, and a bad parent, but he tries. No encouraging words for me? Don't take it personally, lad. I think Mr. Russell used up his entire year's worth of encouraging words in that one speech. Told you it would be alright. Perhaps there's hope for me and my family then, too. As space aliens who make kaiju. It's nothing. It's not exactly a subtle plot. What exactly is the Collective? We're a group of Volta pilots with a single job, defending the planet from unearthly threats. Only the best are invited to join. Ward invited me last year. The entire reason the WVA was founded was to locate pilots good enough to defend the Earth. Makes sense. The public has no idea, obviously. Even the pilots don't, unless they're invited. Unearthly threats? Does that mean the kaiju we fought was an alien creature? It's not the only one. They're becoming more frequent. The Collective is barely keeping up. We're not associated with the military of any one nation, though we'll work with some of them on occasion. We're independently funded, just like XCOM. I keep telling Ward we need to go to the summit in New York and ask the world's leaders for support, but the Collective's leaders refuse. Ward says they don't want anything to jeopardize the organization's independent status. I don't see any other way to get the funds we need. What's happening in New York? Nothing. Never mind that. Anyway, I'm glad to finally have you on board. I know Ward's already said it, but welcome to the Collective. Thanks and stuff. So Elena is a spy in our midst. New York? Alright, so that was chapter whatever that was. Episode 3. That'll be episode 4. Cool. We'll worry about that later. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in, if you didn't tune in, I'm sorry to hear that. I try to do these every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, at about noon Eastern Standard Time, give or take. Today started off a bit late. Sometimes I start a bit early. Usually it's around then, within half an hour of that start time. At noon-ish, 12 noon start time. Alright folks, thanks again. Have a good one. Stay safe and stuff. I mean, really, hope the weather's nice where people are. Don't do anything dumb. Just be decent to each other, I guess, would be the best advice I can give. It's my only request. Thank you, and good night. Have a good one, folks.